Let's analyze together the latest earnings of Soundhound.
Let's go. Welcome to Trading HD. First of all, remember to read the disclaimer right here and also in the description below. We are just in the middle between these two key levels of 6.20 around that area and also the 3.60 or around those levels. Very interesting moments. We had those earnings. You can see right there very fast the brief information. You know, the earnings they reported were worse than the estimate, the benefits, but then the earnings were better. So mixed opinions as usual. Then the earnings always create a lot of hype around the stocks, and this wasn't different.
Yeah, remember guys, to join us in the conversation, you can leave your comments about what do you think about this stock. It's very important right now in a key moment. Obviously, we're gonna explain exactly what happened first of all, guys, with the net income, because we have like this minus 0.11 the reported earnings, which means this is around minus 33 million again in the net income. So very similar to the previous quarter. That means that the stock should continue to go sideways between $6 and 3.60 according to just only the fundamentals.
Yeah, so for instance, we have right here the kind of the highlights of this quarter the second quarter, sorry. And you know, the reported revenue was $13.5 million, but this is an increase, of 54% year over year. So that's something very interesting to take into account. And also, we have other information like they prepaid $100 million in debt in the quarter. Sorry, 100 million debt in the quarter, saving over $55 million in interest and fees over the remaining life of the loan. And also they stated to have a strong cash balance of $201 million at the end of this second quarter. This is information we have from this stock that was shared by a news of Business Wire. So what do you think about this data? Let us know below if you have different information, and how do you see these earnings, because I think they are just released. We don't have all the information, all the whole picture, so we have to take into account everything right now.
Yeah, look at the forecast that we have here in the EPS revenue, guys. Remember the EPS, earnings per share, obviously very similar to the previous one. And the thing that worries me a little bit, is like the estimated is always worse than the reporting in the last, especially in the last 3 quarters. So that means that if we have an estimate of minus 0.06 in the next one, probably it could be like a minus 0.09. Still, it's like a long-term investment in this particular stock. We have a lot of volatility, but obviously you have to think in the long term in stocks like this, because when we have like a market cap of only 1.62 billion and then it multiplies from, imagine, to 20 billion, that's a huge performance in the long term, but obviously it could take a while.
Yeah, exactly. So talking about that kind of forecast or predictions and all that from Wall Street, we have Cantor Fitzgerald, this financial institution, from that offers financial services in America, etc. They changed let me read it exactly right here. We have the news. They changed the price target from $5 to $7. So very interesting. Maybe they saw something good with this latest earnings. So wow, what do we have with the forecast right now, Alvaro?
Now, the forecast is actually the average. So it's like what they stated is exactly the average of all these 6 analysts from Wall Street. It's around 7.75, the average estimate of the price target. So obviously, look at the forecast we have here right now. We are in August 2024, and this could take a while until this price target is to July 2025. So we're talking about 1 year forecast.
Yeah, that's something very, very interesting to take into account. What do you think about it, guys? Do you agree, or do you have a different perspective? If you think like this is going down, you will be like completely opposite to this analyst, because we can see like the minimum one is around this level. So very interesting to take that into account. Also, everything can happen, but we want to share this information. And also, I think that if not today, I think it was yesterday, they acquired Amelia, and I'm going to read this just right now because I think it's something interesting. It is a company, that is related with this sector. So maybe this is something that investors take into account also when you see companies that are growing, but at the same time are investing in other types of companies or are trying to improve with this type of collaboration or acquisitions. That could be also a good signal. How do you see that? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, I remember the other businesses acquiring companies that improved, the company a lot. And I remember actually TradingView, right? This one, the platform that we are using right now, they acquired like a license, to in order to integrate other brokers. And right now, in that moment, they only had like 4 brokers. And after acquiring that company, now they have more than 70 brokers integrated directly into TradingView. So obviously, they can expand the business of a company if the purchase is good.
Yeah, exactly. So here you can see, well, I am reading this from a source from Perplexity. We have the information about Amelia. It's a company that it's a leading enterprise AI software company, so well related with Soundhound AI, for $80 million. Okay, so that's the quantity apparently with this data. And the merger combines Soundhound's AI voice technology with Amelia's enterprise AI expertise. So they want to enable the delivery of scalable customer service solutions across nearly 200 marquee customers, including Fortune 500 companies and top global banks. Wow! So this could be huge if true. If they accomplish this kind of objective. And you can see with this, they also are growing the interest in the conversational AI sector, and this, the hype of AI is different right now. It hasn't disappeared, of course, but it's different. And right now, there are a lot of companies that are trying to create better products and improve. And yeah, I think like this is like it happened with crypto in the past. Like the kind of bad projects or false projects tend to disappear, and the good ones catch more investors. So my question is, do you think somehow the AI will continue in this line to improve and to create better products and will be a good asset in the future, or do you think it's the opposite? Let us know below.
Let's analyze together, guys. Right now, the technical analysis of this chart that we have right here of Soundhound. I'm watching right now the daily chart. So let's go for instance for the 1 hour chart. Let's go to intraday moves, and we can clearly see right here it's been trading sideways, along with the estimates and the revenue, like the expectations, and then it was like the reality a little bit worse than the expectations, and that created that downturn that we are watching right here between May and July. I'm sorry. And again, it's happening exactly the same. It's like another try, another news, and then again the results not negative but not positive. And for the short term, pretty sure it's kind of negative, and that's why the stock is exactly going down again. So the key question here is like, is it going down to 3.60 or at least 3.86, or do you think it's going back to 6.21?
Yeah, I think it's a very good question. Right now, we are in the middle of
Right in
those
the
2 points,
middle.
key areas. We saw this breakout happening right here, this kind of resistance level, but we can also see, that's a bullish signal, we could say. But then we have this right here, this huge rejection that happened just a few hours ago, and you can clearly see that the price didn't even reach that previous levels. They started to sell earlier than before. So very interesting. We have both strengths right there. You can clearly see the battle between bulls and bears. Let us know below if you are positioned in one of those sides, or if you are just like looking at this and waiting for a better moment. Let us know in the comments below. We're very happy to read all your opinions. And I think in the previous video we didn't have comments of somehow the stock, or maybe not a lot of them. If you posted a comment in the previous video and we didn't read it in this one, don't worry. In the next one, we will read all the comments from previous videos and from this one. So leave your comments below, leave your like, subscribe to Trading HD. Thank you very much.
All right, my guys, we don't know where it's going right now, because obviously we are in the retest, like look at the breakout that we experienced right here. It has to go down to 4.60, and then we will see the next move. If it goes below that area, and it could be a false breakout. If it starts to go up, we could see like the retest executed successfully. So we don't know yet. We are just in the middle, as we said, but we will analyze the next video the results of the new uptrend.
Yeah, let's see if this is a new uptrend or a new movement to the downside. Welcome to Trading HD. Thank you very much. Check out our videos right here.